and in this video I'll be teaching you about for loops in Java. So let's start with the video.
So basically a for loop is used to repeat any statement or any message multiple times. So for example, if I had to print out, let's say hello, once it would simply display hello. But if I want to take this and I want to print this 10 more times, if I had to do it manually, I would have to print it like this, which would be a headache, but using for loops eliminates that issue and you'd be able to print something like this in 3 lines, which is a lot easier and it saves you a lot of struggle. So let's start with the basic structure of any for loop. So to write a for loop, I'll simply say for and then I have to add brackets followed by some curly braces. So within these brackets I will be writing my for loop, and within these curly braces I'll be writing whatever needs to be executed those numbers of times. So first I'll just write a basic for loop and then I'll explain what it is. Okay, so this is the for loop that I've created. Let's compile this. First I'll just show you what the output is and then I'll explain what it is. So void main, here it shows me the numbers up till 9, so 0 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9. So now I'll just explain to you what this does. So there are 3 parts in any for loop. I'll have to write 3 statements. So the first statement is used to declare a variable. So over here, as you can see, I've declared an integer variable I have assigned it a default value. Here, as you can see in the output, my output starts with a 0 because that is the initial value of I over here. So whatever value, let's say if I put 2 for example, then my for loop will start with a 2. So compile, void main. Here it starts with a 2, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Basically the first part is declaring the variable. So the second part of the for loop is used to determine till when the for loop will run. So over here I've written I less than 10. So this for loop in particular will run until I's value is 9. Because 9 is the only integer value that is less than 10, that's closest to 10. Wait, I'll just change this to 0 over here. As you saw at the start, it printed out the numbers from 0 up till 9. Let's say I make I less than or equal to 10, and let me just compile this. Here, see, so this time the program displays the numbers up till 10. So 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Because over here I've mentioned that I has to be less than or equal to 10. Okay, in the previous case it was only less than 10, which is why I was only showing the numbers up till 9. Now the third part of the for loop is to determine if the numbers are going to be increased or decreased. So over here I've written I++, which is the same as I is equal to I plus 1. So what this does is that here you can see that I's value is 0, and so I++ basically increases I's value every time. So you can see over here, first it's 0, then becomes 1, then becomes 2. So it's always increasing its value by 1 every single time. Now let's say I change this to I minus minus, so I decreases. Here I'll make the initial value, let's say 10, and I'll say I greater than or equal to 0. Okay, so basically in this case I would be able to display the numbers from 1 to 10 in a descending order. So it starts with 10, then it decreases by 1, so then it becomes 9, then 9 decreases by 1, then becomes 8, and so on until the value of I becomes 0. Okay, so it has to be greater than or equal to 0. Let's compile this and let's check the output. So void main, here it shows me that it starts with 10, then it goes on to 9, 8, 7, 6, 5 until 0. Okay, now let's say I want to write a for loop to display my own name 10 times. So to do that, I will start by writing I is equal to 0, which is the initial value of I. Then I'll say I less than or equal to 10, and I'll say I++. Okay, so this is basically the original for loop that I showed at the start, and over here instead of printing I will print out my name in double quotes, so Avigat, and let's compile this. Void main. Okay, so over here you can see that my name is being printed out 11 times because I'm running the code from 0 to 10, which is 11. So I'll just change this to I less than 10, and now it should only display my name 10 times. So as you can see, it's working.
So yeah, that is all for this video. If you have any questions, feel free to let me know in the comment section down below, and I'll try my best to answer them as soon as possible. And if you learned something new, please don't forget to like the video, subscribe to my channel, and see you later. Bye.